What's going on, everybody? It's September 29th, Sunday. I wanted to, in this brief video, go over to a lot of folks out there that have been wanting and desiring to trade futures and or commodities with a small account. I tested out a separate small account for the last exact year, and we're getting off here into the October quarter four session of trading, where I had made up over 36% on this trading account. I've been pulling money out as we go. I had two last pending trades open there. Thus, you see a balance of 32, 28, 36. One was a losing trade. One was a huge winning trade. We had a little drawdown in it. And then so that's why it's only reflecting a 7% gain. But even in the course of a year, that's for a lot of people that are conservative traders, not too bad. Just imagine what you could have done with bigger money. This account was also affected. Could have made probably more than 36% because there was a couple trades in there. Several trades that were a lot of tests. I was testing different spreads on metals and some interest rates that I would never probably do again or recommend to anybody. So there's that, and there's also the fact that there was a couple big trades that I got my ego involved, and I think I mentioned that in some private posts in our groups online. So I'm going to go over the final statement because this video is more or less, I want you guys to know that you can trade futures and commodities with a small account using span margin, leverage of that, and seasonality, and a lot of the tools that I offer in my course that I teach, and generate decent returns with your small trading account. It allows you to get a pulse of the market, be part of these big markets that normally would take thousands and thousands of dollars to trade. Here's just a gain capital statement that was printed up and sent up to me on Friday, end of day. I logged in and kind of just deleted some of my private info here, my address, little things like that. But we have here what shows like two spread trades, one on crude oil and one on cattle. So it shows two lines for each one because we're trading one spread, but it's two, you have to buy two contracts. You're selling or buying one month, and then you're doing the opposite on the other month, on the back month, right? So like in this case it'll show here the dates where we closed them, but at the bottom I'll show you where it shows opening dates on them too, which is pretty cool on this statement. Now going forward, we're going to be using a new account. I'm going to restart fresh, guys, just so you know. Okay, I'm going to start with a fresh $3,000 account. In October, we're using a new brokerage. We're going to move on to a new platform, completely new, badass, full algorithmic, pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to still kind of keep it a secret, but it's coming up. They're going to have rebates available for people that join our course in your commissions credits. So whoever pays for the course will have that course price 100% rebatable via commission credits. And the technology, the platform is just insane. I just went through the whole session with these guys. We've been working on this for months to create kind of a joint partnership. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We're going to reset to a $3,000 account. I've been pulling the rest of my profits out of here. I was waiting to close these two trades out. I'll forward all this money out and start with a fresh $3,000 in the beginning of October in a new account, looking for new strategies and new seasonal opportunities to hop in. Okay. And we will start trading with a $3,000 account again to prove you can trade with a small account and make good percentages. With that, then you have to use your own imagination and know what you can do with bigger amounts once you start managing bigger money. If you can do it with small money, guys, remember, if you can do the formula and have statistics behind your trades, okay, a balance sheet showing the proof that you can do it, and you can do it with any amount. There will be people out there somebody will pop up that has money for you to trade with, believe me. Okay. Now, with that said, let's go back to the statement here that I downloaded. And so we closed these trades all out. Of course, I've left a little bit on the table with crude, I believe. I personally see it going more down this week, but hell, we had to close these accounts. We had to close these trades for the purpose of moving money, starting fresh with the $3,000 account in a different deal. So you see here the line, you see the trade number, you see that it was a cattle, there was a December, now it says average long here because I had to go reverse to I was selling the spread, right? So the front month here to me was December 19th, and I was selling it. So this was normally was a sold when I first sold it, and then now I had to buy it to close that trade. And same with the opposite one in February cattle. I was buying that one, okay, because to offset the sell of the contract here, the front month, December. So then I had to sell this to cover. So all I did this was a reverse trade, and it's really easy to implement in the trading software, guys. This is all set up, even in the new one that's coming, to where we have it all available to spread in the depth of market. It's real easy to do, super easy. Don't think too much of the mechanics. We get the basic mechanics down, and then everything else is easy peasy. This particular broker was charging a little bit high on the commissions. I even have us one where we're going to be paying about way less than this, about $1.50 the commission per each side. Some of these fees I don't really know much about. I know this NFA fee of 2 cents per. These are all mandatory government regulated fees. Now this other fee of $1 here could be packed in of something, and thank goodness we're not going to have to worry about what that is anymore, because I'm not dealing with these people. Clearing, and this fee, the NFA fee, 2 cents. This is if you're not a paid, you don't have to pay to seat inside the commodities exchange. So bottom line, this is a combination of fees and commissions. You know, could it be kind of considered expensive to trade a spread, future spread, when you have to do it twice? It could be. That's why you have to have a good commission rate, right? And this one is going to be changed. We're not going to be having this anymore. It's going to be cheaper. And so then you're going to take your average positions here. You're going to subtract. What is the spread trade basically? It's a relative trade. We're trading one price versus another price, and we're either assuming that one price goes down faster than the other one. There's 5 different ways you can make money on these spreads. We talk about that in our webinars. So if I was to take the difference of price, I'm just trading the relative price difference, and I'll show you the breakdown here. When we close these trades out, here, let me pull the calculator open. You see here, 1430 is a credit that we made on one contract minus the debit DR $610. So we made $820 per spread on this. We entered this on July 31st. We kept it until 27th of September, so it was a 2-month trade per contract, $820. Now normally, you know, it would have cost you $1,000 to trade this thing per contract if you did one, but we paid about $400 or $500 total span margin to, out of our account. Basically, the exchange holds that much money from you out of your $3,000 account. They hold about $508, it was, I believe, to trade this. So those guys out there that like to brag, the option guys, about, oh, I made 200%, 100% of my money. Technically, you made here almost over 150% for sure, right? So on your span margin investment, right? Your good faith deposit, and then but then following here on this next trade, which total span margin of trade, crude oil was so cheap, it was like $200 or $300 to get in on this trade. We were selling the December crude and buying back the next month, January, and trading the relative difference between those 2-month oils. One was a loss of $4,150, and the other one was a win of $37.70. So we lost $380. Okay, so $380 minus the what was it? I told you guys $820 is the $440 credit profit you see on these two trades right here realized. See this? So okay, so then here's all the breakdown of all the commissions combined and all that stuff, and then now the new balance. We went in with a little drawdown on this one and we pulled money out too. So here, guys, you guys right here, don't let this scare you away. $4,150. I don't have $4,150 to lose. You're thinking, I didn't have it either in this account. This account always had $3,000 in it, and then we were pooling money out at the end from other trades a few months before these trades, 2 months before these trades entries went in, okay, to start planning for our move that we're gonna do. So moving the account. Never, this account had a one-time deposit in it, and it never had more money come in, and it cost us, this trade to get in was like about $300 and something total in span margin good faith deposit. So for both of these trades, even when volatility got crazy on crude oil, when things got real gnarly, where is it at? Hang on, guys. Where is? First of all, I lost my little button here. So when when things got real crazy on crude oil, volatility out through the roof, we still had no more than $800 or $900 total span margin that we put out to trade these things. We were day and night trading these things. Now versus option, we don't have to worry about our trades getting too old and the option sellers coming around the corner and pretty much decaying our trade. And even for those of you that know option, that feel like you've tried options, were correct on a direction, and then you still were losing money, it's because the theta aspect, right? The theta rule where it decayed on you. And guys, that's the thing. You can hold this thing out real close towards the entry of the contract front month, okay, because it's an actual future. As long as this thing doesn't expire on you, because you're trading out far out anyway, it doesn't become a front month where you start really getting a taste of the volatility, or it doesn't get into a delivery week. You're way in a safe zone, and you're not gonna have to worry about decay like on options, where you need time first of all to make your option work. You buy a lot of time, but then let's say this time went by on you. How much time are you gonna buy? The more time it's gonna cost. In the option trade, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. It's gonna cost you, I think, one option these days in the commodity is gonna cost you $5-6 grand. Let alone you wait some time into it, and then you have time theta decay kicks in on you. You could be in some trouble if you didn't make profit real quick or sooner than later. Versus here, we're not worried about that. So we're not worried about that time. So that's about it, guys. So what we're gonna do next in this next upcoming week is we're gonna go ahead and cancel out this account, move this money over. Tomorrow's Monday. I'll pull this out. We're gonna enter a new partner. I'll announce the name later, maybe in the beginning of October. We're gonna have some promos where we're going to offer you guys 100% rebate on your course if I can help you teach you all this stuff, and you'll get commission credits from that broker as a full rebate towards whatever you've paid on the cost of the course. It's going to be pretty exciting. We may do some joint webinars together. Look out, keep an eye out for that. If this video helped you, please follow, put a like and subscribe. Follow along to catch up on some of my future videos and some of my past videos, and send me a message if you have any questions, guys. I'd like to hear from you and answer your questions. Helping you out improves me too. I'm not a crazy guru out there, but I am a profitable spread trader. I'm a coach, and again, helping you out helps me out. I learn, I grow by helping you guys. Okay, so ask me questions and I'll help you out. Everybody else have a great week out there, and we'll talk to you later.